Vanakkam, Assalamu alaikum. Venerable members of the Mahasangha, respected members of the clergy of the Hindu, Muslim, and Christian religions, dear fellow brothers and sisters, and children. The staff of the Permanent Mission of Sri Lanka joins me warmly in welcoming all of you for the Independence Day celebrations. Today, we have gathered here to celebrate the 62nd Independence Anniversary of our motherland for the first time after the complete eradication of terrorism and being united as a nation within our rich cultural diversity. This occasion has the added significance, with His Excellency President Mahinda Rajapaksa being re-elected a week ago with a resounding endorsement of his mandate. Ladies and gentlemen, gaining our independence from colonial rule was a culmination of a long struggle by our heroic forefathers. It is our bounden duty to recall the greatness of those heroes and acknowledge their contribution for winning back and safeguarding the sovereignty of our blessed motherland. We celebrate our country's independence on this occasion with added pride, having annihilated the grip of terrorism last year. This was only possible because the many sacrifices made by our patriotic armed forces, the police, and their families, and the resilient people of our nation. Let us remember with a great sense of gratitude those who sacrificed their lives in our long, resolute fight against terrorism over nearly 3 decades. The hardships suffered by our fellow brothers and sisters during the difficult period of the conflict have now borne fruit and given hope for our future generations. We can now stand tall, even with the challenges ahead, as a nation free of terrorism and free of fear, and journey towards achieving the fullest social, economic, and cultural development. Ladies and gentlemen, the government has taken numerous measures to develop our motherland even during the period of the conflict, and now through the launch of the Mahinda Chintane Vision for the Future. The results of these development programs have been reflected in numerous global economic and social indicators and are also apparent in the growth of the Sri Lankan economy. In fact, you will be proud to note that the Economist Intelligence Unit has ranked Sri Lanka the 8th fastest growing economy in the world. Moreover, with the entire country's return to legitimate government administration having defeated terrorism, has considerably improved Sri Lanka's potential as a destination for enhanced tourism, investment, and becoming an economic hub in the region. To this end, new land, hitherto untapped resources, larger domestic market, and skilled personnel have now become available to potential investors in many sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, the government has placed the reconstruction of the North and East as one of the development priorities. Through Uttara Vasantaya and Naganhira Navodaya development projects launch, it is expected to develop the infrastructure and hundreds of villages in these areas. The government, in its efforts to rebuild the social fabric and move towards reconciliation through political means, will also be facilitated with the restoration of the normal commuting channels to ensure networking amongst people. As such, the Utturu Mituru Yaldevi reconstruction project has been launched. The project envisages the re-establishment of rail connectivity between the north and the south within the existing railway grid and involves laying of extended rail track from Vaunia to Kankasanture, as well as the reconstruction of 27 railway stations. Further, the Jaffna Public Library, renowned as a center of excellence in South Asia in the days gone by, has now been reconstructed and is serving the people of that region. However, much is needed to be done in recapturing its past pristine glory. As a part of your engagement with your motherland, you may wish to become active and a generous stakeholder by contributing to these rebuilding ventures and thereby making a difference to thousands of lives of your brethren back home. To this end, tickets are available beginning this evening and subsequently with the mission at 10 francs each for you to become a stakeholder of the North-South Railway track. The ticket entitles you to travel to or from the north once the track has been reconstructed. With regard to the Jaffna Library, your assistance by way of books and funds are most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, as His Excellency the President has stated in the recent remarks, we as a nation have many challenges ahead to reach complete social and economic development. Regardless of ethnicity, religion, or any other difference, we need to work together in rebuilding our country as reconciliation will be complementary for our progress. We need a society without discrimination, as the motherland belongs to its every citizen born. There has been a great cohesion amongst our people, and we cannot and should not waste this opportunity in deriving the peace dividends. Moreover, we are poised to make Sri Lanka the center of the 5 main spheres: naval, air, commerce, energy, and knowledge. Sri Lanka undoubtedly can be made a wonder of Asia through our concerted efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sri Lankans living in Switzerland, you have accumulated skills, knowledge, and a wealth of experience over a period of time. It is now time that you contribute through this expertise in the nation-building process and addressing the development aspects in our country. It is now opportune that you visit Sri Lanka and become a true partner in the country's economic and social advancement. Before concluding, a few words about the permanent mission of Sri Lanka in Geneva. As you are aware, I have taken up post since mid-November last year. The mission represents Sri Lanka both to the UN and to you, my fellow brothers and sisters. We in the mission stand ready to facilitate you as Sri Lankans. The doors are wide open to you. In fact, throughout the week, as now the consulate hours have been extended also to Friday for your convenience. As much as you may need us, we in the mission need your support in doing best for Sri Lanka. Us in the mission, therefore, look forward to fruitful engagement with all of you.